And by some miracle, my toe finally dug enough into the sand, obviously because I'm here, right? I didn't die that day. Spoiler alert. My feet got into that sand somehow, and I think what actually happened is I moved enough sideways out of the current that I was able to make a little headway and get back into the sand, and I basically walked in, and then I collapsed, and I crawled to the beach and collapsed on the sand, pretty much at the foot of the lifeguard, because he was up on one of those tower things. He was right there the whole time. And I just laid there, gasping, wheezing for air. And I don't smoke or nothing, but I remember just that wheezing sound of trying to get air and coughing. And did he say, "Oh, are you okay?" No. He just, still scanning out there and, seeing what's happening, watching the seagulls or picking his nose. I don't know what he was doing. I laid there and I'm looking up at the balcony, and my mom and her husband were still standing there looking down. I don't know if they even knew it was me, because like I said, they were 5 floors up, and I laid there for quite a while, probably half an hour. And I didn't go back in the ocean that whole trip. But I have now started going back in the ocean, but I'll tell you what, I will never, ever go back into the ocean without some kind of flotation device. A little boogie board, little inner tube, something that if I get tired, I can rest for a minute. So I'm here to tell you that if you are at the ocean, or if you have grandkids or kids and they're out playing in the ocean, even if they're only waist deep, always have a flotation device with them of some kind. Because I really was only, the water was only up to about my breasts. I mean, I was still standing and touching, but I treaded water for a few minutes, and it was just enough of that current to take me that few extra feet where I couldn't touch. A wave picked me up and took me out where I couldn't touch, and that was all it took. So I just want people to know that it's a thing. It's a thing. It's not just an old wives' tale, and I will, I can't tell you enough. Watch your little ones out there. It doesn't take much for them to pull out, and especially teenagers. They think they're invincible. Don't you remember when you were 13, 14, 15, even 18? Nothing's going to kill me. I'm invincible. I was thinking that at 45. So just be very, very mindful and pay attention and have a flotation device with you of some kind.